I think every fight is very tough for their own reasons. You know, everyone has their own style, and in an MMA, anything could happen. MMA is MMA. One punch could be it. My next fight is November 18th, defending the Ring of Combat title against Davit. I really don't know how to pronounce his last name. It's pretty tricky, so I'll just call him David. He's coming in from Georgia, the Russia part, and very excited. His record listed on SureDog it's 8-3, but his real record is 11-3. That's recorded. I know he has a bunch of combat sambo fights that are full contact that have not been recorded, so he definitely has plenty of experience. I'm not nervous to fight a guy with David's experience. I've fought other guys that have tons of experience. I've actually had less fights than every single opponent that I've ever fought. I have tons of experience in jiu-jitsu, though. I think David's a physically strong guy. I think he's a good wrestler. I think he's tough. You know, I guess he hits hard. I'm really not focused too much on him. I'm focusing more on myself. So whatever he brings to the table, I'm fairly confident that I'll be able to match it and really, you know, do well against anything that he brings. I'm hoping. I think Mike Stewart was a very, very strong guy, very similar to David. And I don't know if this is going to be my toughest fight. I think it's going to be a tough fight. I expect every fight to be a very tough fight. But I don't necessarily know if David's tougher than, you know, Mike Stewart or some of the other guys that I fought. J.A., he was a very tough guy. But I'm definitely preparing for it to be the toughest fight yet. I started really wrestling at Rutgers a lot. It's been a huge help. The guys there, Coach John, Coach Goodale welcomed me there. All the heavyweight wrestlers. Coach John has really been a great help, and very thankful for that. I started really getting more consistent with Brian Blue, with the Strength and Conditioning Academy in Lakewood, which is a huge help. I've been there 3 days a week, so I've definitely picked up my training for this fight, on top of course, always going to Professor Ricardo and Coach Mark Henry. Sparta Frank Savannah a couple times as well. That's been a help. We've been offered to fight in many bigger shows. We're just taking our time, you know, whatever Professor Ricardo says. Mark Henry, my manager, Danny Ligori, has been great so far. Probably if we pushed after this fight, if we won, we could get onto the biggest stage, but maybe we will, maybe we won't. You know, we're just going to take it as it comes and really be fully prepared for everything to come. And I can't say if the UFC is going to be after this, if Bellator, it could be, it can't be. I might take another fight in Ring of Combat. Let's just get by this one and hopefully win this one.
Anybody you'd like to thank, or sponsors, or teammates?
Yeah, like of course always God and Jesus. I'd like to thank Rutgers Wrestling. I really appreciate all they're doing for me. Professor Ricardo, Mark Henry, my manager Danny Ligori. Also Trevor Cutter, my condolences to your family for, you know, your father passing away. He's my sponsor at Levelum. Isabel, my daughter, Delilah, I love you. My parents, all my students, man, you know, my students really train with me often, and I know I'm not the easiest guy to train with. My teammates at Ricardo made a jiu-jitsu. If I'm missing anybody, I apologize, but I'm looking forward to the fight. I hope you guys can be there. Everybody who bought a ticket, thank you for buying the ticket. I'm going to fight hard. You know I'm going to.